This week how's the final partner showcase of the year, and now that it's all said and done for Nintendo showcases in 2020, I think they put together a pretty darn nice plan. It just took a bunch of presentations to coagulate into one overarching fun show. But despite all that, there still are more Switch games announced, and that's why today we've got 7 new ones and a beefy rumor that feels like more of an inevitability because it's a data mine, and if you know anything about Animal Crossing, you know data mines end up coming true. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Smash that like button if you're excited for new Switch stuff. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this week's trailers look crummy, look amazing, and if you'd be pumped to see Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time on the hybrid system. Because data miners have found that there are a lot of files that mention Switch within the PS4 version of the game, including a file that highlights Spyro Reignited Trilogy on Switch, which would most likely be used as the baseline, the framework, to build this port onto Switch as well. So it seems like this is going to happen sometime soon. I'm pretty pumped for it, and I think Crash It's About Time wins the award for being at the front of new Switch games the most in 2020. So the Dundee Crash goes to you. But let's start with something brand spanking new. My Time at Portia is a pretty great game. Team 17 has built out quite the catalog on Switch, and they're expanding it with My Time at Sandrock, the follow-up to My Time at Portia, that promises a bigger, bolder, and better experience. This game does have a lot to love if you're an Animal Crossing fan, managing a town, making sure you grow your crops, and of course, fighting. That's something that you don't do in the wild world of AC, but here, it looks like they're taking things to the next level. The only part that is a bummer is it's not supposed to release until 2022, but I love the look of this. Portia has been on sale a lot this year, so if you're looking to grab it, make sure you get it at a good price. You can always check our sales videos, we talk about it a ton. But Sandrock looks to be quite swell. It's taking things more sandy, as you'd expect, but it also looks to be expanding the game. I love the graphical look. It's continuing the art style of Portia, which I always want to call Portia. But look at that. Carry the moon. Build your sign. Very, very nice. This could be something for us to look forward to. Probably AC wears itself a little thin by 2022, so even though this one's a ways off, it is on Kickstarter if you want to support it, or you just wait for the game to come out, which is what I'll be doing. Kickstarter, I used to love that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like people got burned too many times to make the risk worth it. And by the way, like, the game has already achieved its goal, so it's going to get made. It's coming to Switch. And it looks really, really nice. They don't go too deep into the mechanics. It just looks to be a better version of Portia with a more, like, I don't know if I'd say Western or if I'd say it's just like set in the rocks, sand rock, but it looks cool. I'll keep my eyes on it. And this dude, he won my heart. Let me know if you want to play Sandrock in the comments down below. I don't believe this got enough shine. The fact that Nintendo is starting to use the cloud globally to bring better looking games and games that couldn't run natively on the Switch onto the Switch is super sweet. Now, I played Control on the channel this week. You can check it out, but this is Hitman 3. It's coming sometime next year. It's supposed to release on January 20th, other platforms. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the cloud version up and running on Switch in the first month of the year as well, but I'm stoked. I mean, as long as you have a good internet connection, which I know is a caveat that isn't cool for a lot of people, but as long as you do, it's really neat to see these really impressive games running on Switch, and at a far higher potential than they would if they were put onto a cart. Now, in no way do I want every game on the cloud, but I think it'd be super cool to get a bunch of stuff this way as an option, especially if it looks and plays as good as Control. And Hitman 3 is a brand new game that has no business being on Switch, so if it was, I'm all for it. This one was supposed to be out before the end of the year, but it got pushed to 2021, and now February is filling up fast with 3D World Deluxe, Bowser's Fury, and Bravely Default 2. We've got Luke Skywalker fighting for the soul of the JRPG franchise. And I hope this one is sweet. I think it walks the line between being like a 3DS game that they decided to upgrade to a $60 version on Switch, and is it really enough to be a $60 console title? Now, to their credit, they did take feedback from the demo version released earlier this year and have made a lot of changes that they're very, very upfront about, which I appreciate. And I think it looks fun. Like, there's a lot of cool colors, so many different classes and characters. I'm just worried if it's going to be able to make the transition and feel fleshed out enough. That monster, though, it's got some pustules. Little spiders. Big old plants. A lot of good hairstyles here. I don't know. I think they can do good work, and I think next year is already taking shape nice. We're going to be front-loaded in Q1 with some awesome first-party efforts. And hopefully the extra time allows them to polish this game to feel like it's worth it. You guys pumped for Bravely Default 2 despite the delay? You're going to be picking it up? February has Mario 3D World Bravely Default 2. Something that we know is amazing, and something new that could be. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This one I'm so excited for. No More Heroes 3 is shaping up to be absolutely out of this world, quite literally as he fights galactic superheroes. They just put out No More Heroes 1 and 2 on Switch, which I think is pretty fun, but it's this game that we've been waiting for. At one point, this was me and Gabe's most anticipated game on the Switch, and I hope that they're able, again, to deliver something that feels fleshed out, fun, and fresh. Right? Taking the No More Heroes formula and upping the ante to 2021 is gonna be a tall task. It's kind of a, you know, a hack and slash with some quirkiness, strange tasks, and big bosses. So I hope that they're ready for the challenge of making it feel super cool in 2021. And I think space warfare and transformations is a great place to start. It's a really weird game. The combat is pretty darn fun, and I love boss rushes. I just hope that they're able to kind of, I don't want to say simplify, but smooth out the in-betweens. Because if you play No More Heroes 1, a little bit weird. The games are available for under 20 bucks on the system, which is nice. I'm just really excited for this one. And all the bosses that they will create and make up, they're always so wild. But you can't play the original games. I don't think these will hold up and feel amazing anymore. I think they'll give you a good sense of the comedy, the vibe of No More Heroes, if you want to just kind of check that out. And the bosses still are really cool. But I wonder if they're going to feel a little antiquated. And I wonder, kind of theme of the episode, I wonder if the No More Heroes 3 will do enough to feel evolutionary, or if it'll feel stuck in the past. But nonetheless, I'm really excited. Hopefully it releases in the first half of the year. Ooh. Super Lone Survivor. A remake of Lone Survivor, which isn't even that old. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. But this includes a new scenario and new tweaks. It's coming in 2021 to Nintendo Switcheroo. It's a survival horror title. Spooky and pixelated. And it was really quite loved when it released initially. I remember that. They say it's been rewritten from scratch in a new engine. High refresh rate, ultra-wide monitors, 60 frames per second. And it sounds like it might be near, because they say it's already up and running, which is interesting. They're currently working on the new scenario. Not a whole lot to go off of in this trailer. It's a survival horror game, you know, like a pixel side-scrolling survival horror walk-around type game. Lone Survivor is pretty cool. You can play it now, probably for ultra cheap. But I am piqued by Lone Survivor, or Super Lone Survivor. I think we need to stop having trailers that don't really show us what's going on. Like, this is a mood piece, but if I'm new, I have no idea. And I wish indies would maybe give us a little more. I think the best indie trailers show what the gameplay's like. Do you agree? Step right up to the amazing American Circus, a hybrid tycoon circus and card game coming in 2021. Gives me like BioShock Infinite vibes, mixed with like Darkest Dungeon art. And some strange silliness. Yes? Ta-da! Where's the cards? What's the game? Mood and vibe? On point. I'm feeling excited. Grab some popcorn. Look, they're even social distance at the circus, which I appreciate. Okay. Oh. Here you go. It's a blend of addictive card game, tycoon, and adventure. That sounds interesting, and that sounds good. You'll visit legendary places, meet real historical characters, plan your trip, adapt your artistic offer to different groups of spectators in a constant struggle. So you're basically trying to keep your circus alive. You'll have to do a card duel to actually make the circus show. It's a card duel between you and the audience. Their boredom is your enemy, and your performances are the best ones. It sounds really cool. Hire your own different members. Develop your troupe. RPG. Tycoon game. But what does it look like? I mean, maybe they don't have it ready yet. Maybe they don't even have gameplay up and running. But, like, to me, It's getting more and more crazy in such a flooded space. Like, this is a cool idea. On paper, it sounds good. And I know, like, just like, ooh, setting the tone and the scene and the stage works well for some people. But if I'm paying to come to your circus, you better show me what I'm gonna get. Ruined King, a League of Legends story, is hitting Switch early 2021. This is, yes, a Riot Games spin-off, a turn-based RPG set in the League of Legends world, which is pretty cool. And I really like the art. Will they give us gameplay? Doesn't seem like it. So this is a turn-based RPG. It's got Joe Mad art. It is... yeah, it's going to be bringing League of Legends to the Switch the first time. Yeah, alright. It includes Misfortune, amongst other champions, Pyke, Yasuo, Braum, etc. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm sort of over trailers that give us no gameplay. I mean, this one at least looks sick, so I'll give them that. Like, in terms of sort of like how Blizzard just always makes like fantastic looking trailers even doesn't show gameplay, but they've been better about like showing gameplay right after that. This one, not gonna get gameplay, are we? No. Ruined King comes out early 2021, and I don't know what it looks like or what you really do as an RPG. Yeah, that's about it. I'm sure if you're a LoL fan, you're gonna be really into it. It could be cool for everybody else. It's got Joe Mad art. It reminds me of Battle Chasers. It probably will bear a lot of similarities to that game, given that it is done by Airship Syndicate. And they made Battle Chasers Night War. They also made Darksiders Genesis. And I'm a huge fan of Darksiders Genesis, so now I'm a little more hyped. I just would really love to see actually what the game is. But no. Are you excited? I'll keep my eyes on it. They piqued my interest. There you have it, my friends. 7 new Switch games, a wonderful partner showcase, and more to look forward to next year. What are your favorite games? Which ones do you think look terrible? I gotta say, I'm pretty pumped by almost the entire list. More cloud games in the form of Hitman 3. Bravely Default 2 I've been waiting for, and I really hope they're able to elevate. No More Heroes 3 is gonna be bananas. Even the Circus card game with no gameplay, like, I have hope. Maybe I'm just old school, but I love games that show you what they're about. Like Crash, you know what it is. Hey, it's Crash Bandicoot. You're going to run and jump. You're going to do a lot of platforming. And there's also like these cool masks and these quirky villains and multiple characters in a lot of different environments. But when you pull a Ruined King and you decide not to show gameplay, it feels a little frustrating to me. I don't know if that bothers you as well, but if I was making a trailer, I'd want to show what the game is about, not just what it feels like. But yet, I feel great about this week's list. So let me know which ones you're excited for in the comments down below. Crash takes the cake, though. If that comes to the system, sign me up instantly. I will play through that thing on Switch because Insane Trilogy was fantastic. The new game is very good. And I love that Activision has worked hard to get a lot of their stuff on Switch. Now, Activision, with Call of Duty, you have the cloud. Can we make it happen? Even just bring zombies? Single player? Warzone? Maybe one day, but for now, take it easy, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are pumped for 2021 on Switch. And until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day. SwitchForce, out.